Hilltop Mall was a regional shopping mall in Richmond, California that opened in 1976 and closed in 2021. Were you a kid, teenager, adult, parent, or grandparent living in Southern California and would frequent those malls in your area? Were you a mall rat like me, where you spent your formative years people watching, socializing, or shopping at those iconic malls? Let's take a stroll down memory lane and relive those moments of yesteryears. So let's take a deep dive into the history of that mall in your neighborhood. Please leave a comment or a memory of this mall and stay tuned until the end. I want to see if you were paying attention to my video. Thanks. During the 1970s, the city of Richmond was going through some major changes. A combination of poor planning decisions, tragic events, and broader economic and social trends would push Richmond into a radical transformation. In the 1970s, many of the better-paying manufacturing and industrial jobs disappeared and were replaced by lower-paying service sector jobs. These factors caused the demographics to change, causing many to leave the downtown area for the suburbs. Many of the downtown area store chains vacated when more ideal economic opportunities occurred with the opening of a mall in Richmond. The beginning of the Hilltop Mall began with the opening on August 25, 1976, of the Hilltop Mall cinemas. They began showing their first run films on a 4-screen multiplex. It was followed by a 2-level, 1.1 million square foot Hilltop Mall, which opened on September of 1976. The Taubman Company had chosen the Hilltop site, which was coincidentally owned by the subsidiary of Standard Oil Company called Chevron's Lands Trust. Most people at the time knew this site as Tank Farm Hill, where Chevron had a multitude of fuel storage tanks. The mall opened with 3 anchors, the first one being Capwell's, the second being J.C. Penney, and the third being Macy's. In 1979, Capwell's closed and reopened as a rebranded Emporium Capwell. During the 1980s and 1990s, you may have remembered Sanrio, Camelot, Suncoast Motion Picture Company, The Limited, Express, Contempo Casuals, and Pacific Sunwear, the Disney Store, Pagoda, Cinnabon, Payless Shoes, T-Shirts Plus, Florsheim Shoes, Tom McCann, Woolworths, Fashion City, Lane Bryant, Ashley Stewart's, J. Jacobs, Sam Goody, Foot Locker, Copeland Sports, Story Hour, Mark's Barbershop, B. Dalton Books, KB Toys, The Shoe Palace, Merry-Go-Round, Mr. Rags, Miller's Outpost, Electronics Boutique, Tokyo Grill, and who could forget the ice skating rink. In 1988, the Hilltop Mall Cinemas changed ownership and was taken over by Cineplex Odeon, who expanded the theater by adding 4 more screens and would be known as the Hilltop 8. In 1990, the mall made renovations and expansions, starting with a newly built north wing that also included the addition of Sears. That same year, Emporium Capwell changed their name to simply The Emporium. The Hilltop 8 closed in the mid-1990s after shifting to a second-run discount film model, and the space became a 24-hour fitness. The mall remained largely unchanged until 1996, when the Emporium store closed, following its merger with Federated, who owned Macy's. The store remained vacant until October of 1998 when Macy's refurbished and relocated their existing store into the former Emporium space and closed the original Macy's store. The GM Pension Trust assumed full ownership of the Hilltop Mall in 1998. In 2004, they sold half of the interest in the portfolio of shopping centers to the Mills Corporation, which also assumed management of the center. On April 11, 2007, Walmart opened in the original site vacated by Macy's in 1998. In July of 2007, the Simon Property Group purchased the entire Mills Corporation. On December 23, 2011, a shopping frenzy over retro Air Jordan shoes resulted in temporary closure of the mall after shots were fired. The mall later reopened, but sales of the shoe were banned for the day. In August of 2012, the Simon Property Group defaulted on its loan and an appointed receiver assumed management of the property. The property was foreclosed upon in June of 2013. The mall had been in a state of decline for a while. Mall attendance dropped and retailers were leaving. JCPenney closed on July 31st, 2017. In July of 2017, LBG Real Estate Companies LLC and Aviva Investors announced the purchase of the Hilltop Mall property. The property went into foreclosure by Simon Property Group in 2012 and then proceeded to be put up for auction before it was bought by LBG and Aviva. LBG had begun the process of rebranding, redeveloping, and upgrading both the interior and the exterior of the mall structural buildings. Working with urban planners, LBG developed a strategy to transform the property during 2020 and beyond. In September of 2017, the shopping center rebranded as the Shops at Hilltop, representing a new vision to modernize the property. The renovated shopping center, as designed by Onyx Creative, would have contained a new dining, entertainment, office, and retail tenants. After redevelopment, the Shops at Hilltop would have hosted a 99 Ranch Market as a new anchor tenant and a variety of dining options representing many different cuisines. There were also plans for personal care services and several entertainment options, including a live theater, as well as a mix of creative office tenants to the center, connecting the shopping, dining, and cultural experiences to the workplace. All of these plans have not come to fruition, though. 99 Ranch backed out, and soon the mall continued into the planning stages. In April of 2020, Sears closed. The mall closed almost all the stores during the COVID-19 pandemic, starting in mid-March of 2020 with the exception of Walmart. In March of 2021, Macy's at Hilltop closed. Walmart became the only traditional anchor store left at the mall. In February of 2021, Richmond Mayor Tom Butt announced that logistics company Prologis was buying most of the land with the intention to build a logistics center along with other developments, including housing. In April of 2021, Prologis completed the acquisition of the site for $117 million. They announced plans to demolish the mall and reuse the site. Their plans include a mixed-use development that includes residential and retail, as well as the modern logistics facility. On April 22, 2021, the mall was closed permanently. Walmart still occupies its space there. Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer is 5, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.